Hello everybody, I'm Carolina Tony. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today we are in Coral Gables, Florida, standing in front of the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens, formerly known as Villa Vizcaya, home of James Deering. And we are going to go inside and explore the inside of the mansion as well as the gardens, but right after this station identification. The day that I visited Vizcaya Museum and Gardens, it was very windy and there were a lot of people there, so it was very noisy. So I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to mute the sound and give you a little history of Vizcaya Gardens. It was originally called Villa Vizcaya, and it's the former villa and estate of businessman tycoon James Deering of the Deering McCormick International Harvester fortune. It's built on Biscay Bay, which is now known as Coconut Grove neighborhood right in Miami, Florida. They designed it so that it would be like it was in the country, even though it's right in the middle of the city. The villa was built between 1914 and 1922 at a cost of $15 million. While the construction was very elaborate for an Italian Renaissance gardens and a village, the building continued on into 1923. This is some of the dinnerware that was in the butler's pantry with their original design. Vizcaya was Deering's winter home, moving in 1916, and he passed away in 1925. A lot of new inventions were in this house for the day, such as some of the circuitry. This was a dumbwaiter used to transport the food to the upper stories. This clock was used to synchronize all the clocks within the mansion. This was called an annunciator. You could speak into this and talk to the staff all throughout the house. You could also listen for them to reply. Jaws, would you please bring me a donut? Yes, sir. This stained glass overlooks the formal Italian garden. As well as the formal dining room. Even complete with a music room. This place was built kind of in a circular pattern with a courtyard in the middle. Here's overlooking the bay. That is the barge, which is just a concrete structure out in the water. The only way you could get to it was either by boat or when the tide was low. This is actually the front of the house as it's facing Biscayne Bay. His guests will arrive on a boat. Here's the pool. One thing that I found interesting is the stonework around the pool, such as this. Over the years, a lot's been damaged, as you can see on that wall. Something was there has fallen off. The ceiling under the grotto was inlaid with shells and tile. You can't get up under there and see. I'll try to zoom in on it for you. There you go. So not much is left to it, but you see the shells. You can see this, I don't know what to call it. It is just extravagant carpets on the walls, original carpets, marble everywhere. Had one phone throughout the whole house where his guests could call home. This was a library. I found this very interesting. On this whole wall of books, you would come through a door, but the back side of the door was a false bookshelf. So when it was closed, it looked like the whole wall was just one big bookshelf. Pretty cool. This is a back way up to some of the bedrooms. The pantaloon bedroom. Very elaborate furnishings. Look at this marble spiral staircase. And they only let you go so high. This is outside in the garden. At the far end of the garden, there are two grottos. Like this. You can see how it's worn away over the years. A little lizard was making his way out there. You could just go in there and sit. He spared no expense when he was building this thing. That he had these oak trees, they were planted fully grown. You can't build a castle like that and have little dwarf trees around it. So these trees were brought in fully grown. Well, that's going to do it for our trip here to Vizcaya. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Tell your family and friends. But for now, y'all have a good day.